Good morning, world of asphalt. It is January the 3rd?
3rd, yes, the 3rd.
And yeah, we're still working. We actually rolled right in. We had a couple days off for Christmas, but the phone is still ringing and we are working. We want to show the world and even people in the business that, you know, where there's a will, there's a way, and you get anything done.
Help me load the truck, I already packed my bags. I gotta go now, I don't know when I'll be back. The life I live is taking my soul. If you weren't sticking around, then I'd lose all hope. I'm digging oil for the company man. He's getting rich, well I get calloused hands. And about my life he could give a damn. See, I got bills to pay, but he needs more land.
Everyone thinks we're city boys. Look at us. Overall. So it's 11 o'clock. We got in about, I started mixing at 7:15 this morning. Wanted it to warm up a little bit. We made about, 10, 15 ton, loaded on our truck. Then we had a couple orders come in, so we loaded them out. And we're doing a patch job for the city of Danbury. It's a water main break, so I got a truck coming back now. We're gonna load them out shortly, so we'll get that footage. Basically this video, I wanna tell you all about this machine. I wanna show you our process. Hopefully my dad will be back here. He'll take you to the job because I gotta stay here and cook it up. Happy New Year, baby. We're back, 2024. Let's go. This is what I'm thinking, 2024. I've been reading all the comments, right? So I know you guys want more content, more videos. First of all, we're a paving company first, okay? YouTube, it doesn't even come second, it comes third or fourth. For anyone that wants more content, I think there's a lot of YouTube subscribers that don't even know about our Instagram page. So make an Instagram account. I think we have one of the best Instagram accounts in the industry by far. That's something that's getting updated every day. But anyways, for 2024, I'm thinking about, Shane, you're gonna set me up with a camera. GoPro. I'll get a camera. I'll just bring it and film every day. I think we'll get more raw footage. The videos will be much better. I'm even gonna try to teach my dad how to, he'll just be grabbing it, you know. But I think that way we can get more like raw footage, because that's what the people want, right? You know, we'll do like 3-4 jobs. We're not gonna do one project, one job. The reason we've been doing that is because that's the way we've been able to schedule it, right? I got to schedule, hope to pray that the job lines up on the same day. You know, like the last job we did, we kind of missed the milling, we got the paving. So that's just the reality of what we're doing. But I think if I get a nice little camera set up, we can film more, right? That'll be good. What do you guys think? Got the new hoodies right here. These are restocked, thick. These run a little bit big. This is like Carhartt sizes. Same weight as a Carhartt. Check these hats out right here. Camo. See what that says? Look at my dad smiling. He's ready for you. He's ready for you. Look at.
So good morning, world of asphalt. It is January the 3rd?
3rd, yes, the 3rd.
Okay, and yeah, we're still working. We actually rolled right in. We had a couple days off for Christmas, but the phone is still ringing and we are working. And it is 40 degrees and sunny. We haven't had any snow, barely any frost in the ground.
Yep.
Unfortunately, this is going to be my rant for today.
Yeah.
This is the 21st century. It's 2024,
yeah.
And we still close for the winter, which is ridiculous. I can drive 1 hour south, and the asphalt industry is open all winter long. I can drive an hour north, and they are open at least 3 days a week. Connecticut, for several reasons. And none of them have to do with because it's too cold or because it's too wet or because you can't pave in the winter and because of the temperatures. So we have a small, portable, hot patch machine that we mix in the winter. And we're laying 200 ton of asphalt, selling asphalt, because there is a need for it, plenty of need for it. And there is days in the winter where we can and should be working. And this shutdown in the season is so 20th century.
Yeah, we weren't going to work too much this winter. We were going to just make a little bit of mix, no plowing. It's yeah, it's a week after New Year. It's 40 degrees out, and we're doing a 200-ton patch job. We got plows going on. We got the salter going back on. So, whatever. Yeah, we went over this at Con Expo a little bit, but it's hard to explain when it's sitting in a showroom, right? So this is the Begalia BA 10,000 Raised on Blacktop Special Edition. Okay, Begalia, they're out of Germany. This is a German machine. Greg, who's the representative in the United States, he'll be here in a little bit to tell you more about maybe the history of the company or something. We bought two of these probably almost 10, 15 years ago. We were one of the first to have them in the area. There was a couple guys. Basically, these machines, it's like a big microwave, okay? There's no crushing being involved. Really what it is, there's a big drum inside, similar to an asphalt plant, but the difference is there's a cone-shaped, I don't know, we call it like a funnel, that's what I was going to say. There's no oil added to the material in the machine. There is rejuvenators that you can put onto the material before it goes in. That's not what we do. You can add this rejuvenator. What's up? No. Hold on a second. So all we're really doing here is reheating the blacktop. That's why we feel like we make some of the best recycled asphalt around, because we're putting good material in.
So I've been asked many, many times over the past couple of years what my involvement is or what my ideas behind Raised on Blacktop are. And it's a great story. It goes back actually literally 30 years. Back in the day, I was a Yellow Page advertising rep, and I got this new company, I believe it was actually 1992 or 93. And I met with this small business here in Danbury, Connecticut. Colleen was my main contact. And every time I come to the family to talk about advertising, there'd be one more little one on the floor playing with toys. Well, 4 little ones later turned into American Pavement Specialist. Fast forward about 2010 or so, a dealer local in town that was representing us with the Begalia Asphalt Recycler bring a customer to our yard. That customer was Bill Stanley with 4 little guys, not so little anymore, in tow. And he said, Greg, all I want to do is keep my boys busy for the winter. When we're done paving, I want them to continue working, and I think this Begalia Asphalt Recycler is a great idea. So Bill said if one's a great idea, 2 must be a really great idea. And that's what he did. He bought 2 units. He was one of the first ones in the country to own and operate 2 Begalia Asphalt Recyclers in the country. He set them up, he put the boys to work, and here we are today. When Matt first came up with the idea of Raised on Blacktop, we started talking. With my marketing background and advertising background, I really understood what he was looking to do. And Raised on Blacktop's a movement. It's not a marketing slogan, it's not an idea, it's not a way to paint machines gray instead of red or yellow. It's really an evolution in our industry, and I truly believe this. We've spoken about it many, many times, where they're bringing solutions to our industry. They're bringing solutions to the asphalt industry, not just the Begalia Recycler, the Trout River truck, the way to operate this equipment, the way to use this equipment to make the industry better, bring it efficiencies, bring profitability, and bring new ideas to the new generations. Old school, we're all about brands, we're all about triaxles, we're all about putting our name up in lights. The new school says, you know what, there's a better way to do this. There's a better way to do our industry, to do our business, and more efficient, more effective, better for the environment. And oh, by the way, there's some profitability there that's really, really worth talking about. So I hope that kind of gives a background as to why I'm here, why I support the Raised on Blacktop movement, and why I'm so excited to be part of this, because truthfully, this is the future. Look around this yard, look at the equipment they run, look at what they do. This is the future of our industry. And I think it's so, so important that we tune in and say, hey, look, let's see what these guys have. Let's see their ideas. Let's see what they do and how they do it. And really, let's teach each other and learn from each other to just make this industry better and better as we grow.
Two things we're trying to do, right? Enlighten the world on what we do and change the industry. And there's no reason for shutdowns. Years ago, when I was young, and in November, you stuck a pick in the ground, and if it bounced back at you and hit you in your knee, the season was over. And then it started back up again when you stepped in the ground and there was no more mud. Nowadays, excavators, frost blankets, heated everything, heated gloves that you can buy. The industry is completely different. Construction anything can be done. It does cost more money. You can't do every job. I'm not going to pave this road today, but there are jobs that can be and need to be done in the middle of the winter. You know, the playoffs is all about the shutdown thing. They throw that date out there. Our customers start going crazy. November 30th, the season's going to close. For some reason, the mailman has the date of when the plant's closing. I'll have strangers come up to me in a restaurant. Oh, Blacktop plant's closing next week. I'm like, what? First of all, what do you care? But how did you know that? But everyone knows that the plant is closing. This needs to go year round, and we won't have to do the stupid playoff thing. This is our project. The city of Danbury had a water main break on a brand new road they paved last year. And it's 2,000 feet long, about 4 feet wide, 3 to 4 feet wide. I mean, we're really set up to do this, fortunately. So not only do we have our own little stash of hot blacktop that we're making, these auger trucks are perfect for doing this. Makes the delivery system so easy, and we can punch it out so quick. We did this morning. We're not going to make any time because we can only make so much asphalt. But this job's probably going to take 2.5 days. But we did 20 this morning, got another 20 here, another 20 on the way. Here we go, baby. I'll pour, the boys will knock it in, be good. Primo, say good morning, world of asphalt. Hot mix, baby. Here we go. Did I say 20 ton? I meant 12 ton. This is 12 ton. We probably had worse winters than we have now. I mean, but we've had these winters for years where you get a mild winter. But it's hydraulics, baby. You could do anything today. The town is up in front of us. They put this gravel in. They fixed the water line. They put the gravel in last week, and now they're scratching it out, compacting it in front of us. And there's no frost in the ground. And they wouldn't have been doing this without their mini excavator 30 years ago. It wouldn't have happened. Mikey, give me a little gas pedal.
Gas pedal, gas pedal, gas pedal.
So winter, there are complications in the winter. Everything's harder when it's cold weather. It's a really deep pour too. They put 4 inches, about 3 inches. Normally we put this down in 2 courses, but since it's winter and it's cold, we put 1 thick layer. 2 layers would not work well here right now. So I'm trying to adjust this auger conveyor speed ratio to get this right here. To get it to the thickness of our pour. Too much, it'll clog. Too little, the guy's got no material. I can do that a few ways. I can do it by opening and closing the door and setting the belt speed. I'm trying to do both. A couple things about winter paving. Fast, you got to roll it immediately, obviously. I'm not so worried about getting a mark in it. We got to close it because we don't want it to ravel. Because if you don't roll it quick enough, asphalt will ravel in cold weather. See, this trench like this being the same thickness and the same width, I'm barely doing anything with this. The driver's doing the whole thing. I don't even have to tell him what to do. He's just looking in the mirror. He's doing this by himself. Same principle as pouring concrete, right? Out of a concrete chute. So now I got the belt, the auger, and the thickness of my blacktop in good rhythm. Barely got to do anything. That's the new way to spread asphalt in a trench right there. 21st century asphalt spreading machine. Pull up a little, Mikey. Good. Okay, we're empty now, baby.
Yeah, boy.
There it is. Well, we got another truck at the yard. Josh and Manny are still mixing. So even if whatever he has, even if it's not a full load, we're going to tell him to bring it up so we don't have to wait over here. And we can just switch the trucks out because it's so close. Okay, you can bring up what you got. You can start loading them. The truck's leaving the job in about 2 minutes, so a couple more buckets and start loading. Okay? All right.
We're weighing it with our scale and our bucket, but we probably got about 10 ton here, so we're gonna load this onto our truck. As you can see over here, Josh, while this is dumping the big rocks, some of it that doesn't get broke down, it falls to the edges. So if you see there's like a more coarse aggregate on the edge. So a lot of guys that are doing this, they don't give a fuck. They just scoop that right up and load it in the truck. A lot of guys that are using this material, they're just throwing it in a hole, it's only temporary. We care about this, so as that material falls off, you know, every, I don't know, 20 minutes, we go down there, shovel that material off, put it to the side, and then before we load this up, we scoop it up and get it out of here, throw it back in our wrap pile. It can go through the machine again and it'll get broken down. So as you can see, he's got, I don't know, 80% of this cleaned up. That right there, that's fine material once it gets mixed in. But if you look over here, see those big chunks? Those aren't rocks, that's just blacktop that hasn't gotten broken all the way down yet. What temperature are you looking out for? So I want around, ideally, 300 to 350. We figure when it gets to the job, it's probably coming out of the truck around, I don't know, around 275. It's obviously warmer than hot asphalt coming out of the plant, but this is recycled asphalt. All right, so what's really cool about what we're doing right here, obviously this is our new Trout River truck with the belt. Obviously this recycled blacktop, it's not blacktop that's coming right out of the asphalt plant, so it does get cold quick. A lot of guys come in with 1 tons, they're just patching a hole, they don't even put a tarp on it. With this Trout River truck, this tarp system is far superior than any dump truck you'll see on the market. You know, during this season, we have an inspector on our job every day that's taking temperature of the loads. The blacktop coming in on this truck is continually 10 to 15 degrees hotter, which is perfect for this blacktop. So it's pretty cool that we can load this truck, have a nice tight seal on that tarp, and then obviously, you know, when you get to the job, there's guys that, you know, they're just shoveling out of the truck. A lot of town guys, they come in with the hot boxes, which is good. But I mean, we're augering this right out of the belt, which is awesome. It's great because this blacktop gets to get augered through the belt. It gives you a better product and you're not handling it too much. So it's going right from the truck right to the ground and you're rolling it. You know, you're not scooping it up, dumping it on the ground, throwing it in. It's a really neat process that I'm sure you'll get to see. It's pretty cool that these machines kind of go hand to hand together now. This is like our winter gig. When people order asphalt now, they want it delivered. So we're doing deliveries for towns. We're doing deliveries for other contractors. You know, they're not paving companies, so they're not equipped with the right trucks for blacktop. So we just loaded out about 10 ton. So that truck's gonna go unload. We're gonna make another 10, 15 ton. This machine in the winter is probably doing about 8 ton an hour. In the summer, it could do 10 to 12. But with these conditions, we're doing about 7, 8 ton an hour. So we're gonna close this tarp, mix another 7 ton while that truck's unloading, and we'll have the next load ready.
Hey, you're right in here.
What's going on? Look at you right next to him, like, huh?
We just did that for show.
Yeah, we did for sure.
So the last leg of this is we're actually spraying it. So we're putting more hot tack on the edges so it doesn't ravel. This is the main concern on this job, is raveling of this material. Obviously, being cold, it's prone to raveling, and this material, being that it's recycled, is really prone to raveling. So we're actually spraying the whole patch with hot tack again, which will help, not going to cure, but help prevent raveling. And hopefully, if this doesn't ravel, these guys won't have to do this again in the spring because this will hold. As far as structurally, the only thing we really have to worry about, like I said, is the raveling. So this load we just did, just before it cools, I'm gonna have him spray it with a little hot tack coat and then just help give it a little stick so the gravel doesn't ravel out. Goes all the way up this road and up this road too. Unfortunately, yeah, the only problem here is we don't have material. We're making it out of our little tiny plant, which is good for 10 ton an hour tops. And it's recycled. I mean, if we had quality hot material, this job is finished. You know, like I said a few years ago, this would stay gravel or put coal patch in it for the winter, and in the spring they'd be paving this whole road because it would all get destroyed. So, and this is what I said about earlier. You know, little compactor, mini excavator, a triaxle. Taking this gravel out, no problem. So we're here to change the world. We're here to change the world. We want to work all winter long. Not every day, but these 45-degree days, we don't want to be sitting home spending money or watching cartoons, right? You got to get out and work, right? Yeah. And actually, for me, it's not about us. I mean, this is about our customers. We're not going to make $1 million out here. I could do this in the spring just as easy. But we have the world asks, and until somebody answers, the question's not going to be answered, right? And the question is, can you guys make blacktop in the winter? And the answer is, hell yeah. Sure we can.
All right, so I wanted to talk a little bit more about what material you could run through this machine. I mentioned yesterday you could run millings through the machine, you could run broken up blacktop, or you can run leftover blacktop. The beauty about this whole operation is that, coming from a guy on a paver, at the end of the day, when you're ordering that last load of blacktop, you know, if you have 2-3 ton left over, it's not the end of the world. We can come back here, dump it, and recycle it. We've had good weather lately. It hasn't rained, it's not snowing yet, so we don't have a cover on this, but you really want dry material. Once your material gets wet, those 8 to 10 ton a number hours get cut in half almost. There's a lot of moisture on the material, even though it may not look like it, there is, and that really slows this machine down. This is how real men work out in the winter right here.
That's at least 80 pounds.
Bill's Boot Camp. Stay hard. All right, so if you guys want to learn more about this machine, you can go to pavementrecyclers.com. Contact them, ask for Greg. He's our guy. He'll hook you up with a quote or possibly get to show you a live demo. You can also go on Instagram. They reply to all their messages, so at Pavement Recycles. Or of course, you can just hit us up at American Pavement, at Raised on Blacktop. All right, if you guys are wondering about this World of Asphalt hat, I need you to go register for the World of Asphalt show, okay? Promo code Raised on Blacktop. You're gonna get a discount, not only on your registration, but you're gonna get a free hat in the mail. World of Asphalt, you know we did it big in 22. We're doing it big again. We got a whole booth. We're doing a private party at Kid Rock's Bar on March 24th, Sunday night. Catch you there.
Morning, World of Asphalt. It is, what's it?
The 11th, no, 10th.
January 10th. Typically, hard for me to say January in World of Asphalt because typically we're not filming anything in January, right? But we did have, we're going to continue our video we did the other day regarding this road patch we installed for the city of Danbury. And we wanted to go back, and I told you we would revisit and see how this patch held up, correct? Gonna head back and see what it looks like. I haven't been back to the site. I haven't got any complaints, so that's good. But we're hoping that, and I believe, because when we left it, it was in pretty good shape, that we did a permanent patch in the middle of January. This is why we're taking this video. One, for inspirational, educational, and we want to show the world and even people in the business that, you know, where there's a will, there's a way, and you get anything done. We did this project. It was about 250 ton of asphalt, which is monster numbers in January. We did this project with 100% recycled asphalt. There's a few guys out there, quite a few guys out there, running these hot recyclers. Everyone's got their own little brand that they're doing. I call it Shine because we're like making moonshine because everyone's got their own little blend. And we have our blend of Shine, which we feel that if we really pay attention to what we're doing, we can make a quality product. So we're hoping that we could, with this video, we could show the world that recycled asphalt can work in the right laydown situation, and also that in January you can pave. We are you know, flooded with people in the industry. You know, DOT will tell you can't pave above, you know, it's got to be 50 degrees and rising. Guys will tell you that you can't do it with, there's 1,000 reasons why you can't pave in cold weather, and all are true. However, there are circumstances where people need asphalt, and there are some things that can be done. Not only temporary, because in this time of the year we like to do what we call temporary or non-permanent work, which means we're going to revisit it in the spring and take care of any defects. But this particular job, we felt, you know, the money they were going to spend to do it temporary and revisiting it, and they were willing to do it if they had to. We felt that we could go a little bit further and try to get this product to completion. And if it held, it held, and they were willing to roll the dice. And we're headed over now. If this project is good today, we're hoping it's going to be good in the spring, and they're not going to have to revisit. So we had a hell of a test. We finished it on Friday, right? Saturday we had a nor'easter. Only about 4 inches of snow, but when we get small amounts of snow in a nor'easter, it's a very wet, heavy snow, so the ground was saturated. The following day, I don't know if you could shoot this right now, snow's gone. It warmed up to 50 degrees, and we had about 4 inches of rain last night. Half of the city is flooded. We didn't even have school today because there was so much water on the roads, and there was so many roads that the buses couldn't even get through that they canceled school today because of the rain. Okay, so just an idea of how much rain we had last night. I've been living in this town for 50 years. I've never seen that. Have you ever seen that?
No, never.
I've never seen this running.
That's crazy.
Huh?
All
That's
the way
a
up the
lot of
mountain
water.
too.
Yeah, that's, you know what, that's the other side
Wow.
of the lake up there. Never seen that coming down.
Wow.
That.
All the way up the
I've
mountain.
never seen that water run down that hill.
That's wild.
So not only did we finish this on Friday night, following day we had snow, frost, ice. They plowed it, they sanded it, and then the next day we had 4 inches of rain. So this thing is underwater, which obviously is really bad for a fresh pavement, any type of pavement, but when it's fresh, if it's going to be raveled, and that's what we're looking for, is raveling and shrinking and scraped off by the plow, it'll be now. So we'll head over and we'll see what it looks like. Okay, here we go. Mountain Road in Danbury, Connecticut. Here's our patch. I don't see any raveling. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Actually, it looks pretty good. Can you see it through the camera?
Yeah.
So this was plowed, sanded, thawed, frosted, thawed again, and then flooded, completely flooded. And I'll tell you what, there's no raveling, and you would never know this was done in January, and you never would know that it was recycled blacktop because it is in really good condition. So where there's a will, there's a way, and the answer is yes. Yes, yes, and yes. Let's see this piece over here. Okay. I mean, again, if this was, you know, we had to take, this was meticulous. It took us, we were here 2.5 days. You know, in the summer, we'd blow this out in a day, right? And we had the city actually prepped right in front of us. They prepped it out like 3.5, 4 inches deep. And they went right in front of us. They took the mud and the frost off the top, and we paved right behind them. And they prepped in front of us every day, so they didn't expose any earth until the morning of the pave. We gave them about a 2-hour head start. We followed them right behind them. So we didn't pave over any mud, we didn't pave over any frost. They cleaned it right up in front of us, and then we dropped the asphalt in the trench. Okay, so this is my shtick for the day. This is fully intact. It is January. And it's not 1978, it's not 1983, it's not 1953. It's 2024. Happy New Year. And there is a call for asphalt work all year round. I get calls every day. Can you, will you, please? Does cost more money. It is slower. You have to be better at it, but if it's hauled properly, laid properly, and you know what you're doing in certain circumstances, we should be working year round. I'm just telling that to everybody out there, and here's living proof. Okay? I'd rather be sitting on a beach in Florida, but we do have customers that still need our product because the world doesn't stop now just because it's January. And for whatever reason, I don't know if anyone has noticed in the asphalt business, but the world has changed and we got to get changing with it. Thanks, guys.